Ocean Needs Everyone is celebrating 5 years of saving the oceans. My name's Enzo, and through Ocean Needs Everyone, I help save the ocean by doing beach cleanups, CO and mangrove plantings, making art about recycled plastic, and making films regarding the ocean's health. How can you help save the oceans at home? Well, even if you don't live near an ocean, trash can end up in there eventually, so cut down on your use of single-use plastics. If you see trash on the roads or beaches, make sure to pick it up. Use less gas-powered vehicles, fish responsibly, and help support local organizations. I started my organization when I was 12 years old because I wanted to make a difference. So remember, you're never too young to follow your dreams and make a change. Let's all save our oceans together, one piece of trash at a time.
Want to train like a pro? DGS Ninja has you covered with obstacles designed by top athletes. Kevin Carbone, Matt Bradley, Tom Alberti, and Brett Sims. Whether you're dialing in your technique at the gym or training at home, DGS Ninja equipment is built for performance, durability, and safety. Train with confidence. Train with DGS Ninja. Find obstacles, rigs, mats, and more on dgsninja.com.
Has this ever happened to you? Where's my chalk bag? Ooh, I have a solution for that. Slab chalks! You take the chalk ball, put it in the mesh pocket, zip it up, slap, and get your chalk. Slab trucks are made right here in Springdale, Arkansas at Interform, the small batch manufacturing company. We're helping our community and providing local jobs to minorities and women of diverse backgrounds. I'm Joseph Rao, Ninja Warrior, rock climber, and the CEO of Slap Chalks.
Here at Stage 4 Designs, we are all about innovation and athlete safety. We've been doing this since 2015, designing the most innovative obstacles in the sport, and now with our partnership with the World Ninja League, we are very excited to bring some of our best designs to the highest level athletes in the world. For our process, it all kind of starts right here in our digital design. There's a much more deliberate process now in what we do, with our goal being the utmost in athlete safety. So we put everything into our digital design first, make sure it's all going to work, then we procure the parts. We learned the process and refined it to what we feel are some of the highest quality urethane products you're going to find in the Ninja space, and that all happens here at our custom-built workbench. A lot goes into our urethane, and we are very proud of the work that we do there. Everything that we build here at Stage 4 is all custom made in-house. It's not like we have a stock of a bunch of stuff. So when you do place an order with us, that order comes through and we basically build everything from scratch. Paint department is scalable. We basically hand paint most things, but some things that require a little bit more spray or bigger, we're capable of that as well. These athletes put these obstacles through some of the most rigorous circumstances that you can think of, and we want to try to plan for every contingency. We never want an obstacle to break on anybody. We always want our stuff to feel solid and not move around a whole lot, so that the athletes can trust their skills to throw the biggest moves that they possibly can on anything that we put out there. Our CNC machine handles all of most of our flat goods. It's the workhorse around here. It actually does a lot of the heavy lifting in terms of cutting things out. We don't do any of our flat goods by hand. We make sure that everything is exactly the same and replicable, so that, you know, if you're doing courses or you have athletes that are going either head to head or the same obstacle that you're going to find at one Ninja gym is going to feel exactly the same if you go to another Ninja gym or your home for that matter, so that there's consistency with all of our products. Over the years, as we've added to our suite of products that we offer, we realized that pipe and metalworking is becoming more and more commonplace in Ninja obstacles, and to meet that demand, we've added the ability to do that here as well. So a lot of the obstacles that you'll see that we design and develop are meant to go on truss, and pipes are a big part of that. So we've added a pipe bending station here, and look for, in the future, us to offer a lot more innovative obstacles that kind of exist in that space where pipes are a big part of it. So here, everything that we put out is tested by real ninjas before it goes out. We want to make sure that our obstacles can stand all sorts of unforeseen circumstances. We know that ninja athletes move in ways that are innovative and new, and we want to try to account for as many of those as we can and make sure that those obstacles hold up. So we test everything. Over the last 10 years, Stage 4 Designs has been committed to developing the most innovative obstacles that you're going to find, but also the safest and most reliable obstacles. Our motto here is elevating obstacles. We do feel that on this platform, we can take something that's both fun and creative, but also elevate it to an industry that deserves to stand on its own.
Hello, everyone. There we go. Sorry. Welcome back to the day 2 of our World Ninja League Championships as we get ready to kick off the Preteen Female division here on our Stage 2 tall course. We just saw the Preteen Males on this course with a few good runs as we get ready for our demo run coming up shortly. On the mic, my name is Lucas Harrison, joined here with Colin Pine.
What's good, ladies and gentlemen?
And Colin, what did you see in the first run where we had the preteen males that the preteen females might struggle with?
So if the course is the same, which it's not, there's a few differences, but I haven't been observing. We're definitely going to see some struggle with the last obstacle, though it does look like the dismount was made a little bit closer, somewhat. So it should be a little easier, but still building the momentum and carrying it through that is a really technical thing that we're probably going to see some struggle with. But there's also plenty of athletes who will for sure be able to do that. So
yeah, we did see a lot of runs kind of just die out on that last slider where they just couldn't build enough momentum or go back. As we will have our demo run coming up shortly. And we are off. You can see our obstacle list. We'll have 8 obstacles on this course. The ascending step and log seesaw that was just went through. Now these flywheels, which is the first real tough obstacle. Then this TikTok, which ends a multitude of runs during our preteen male division. Going to build a lot of momentum, then swing to that trapeze bar. And you can already see our demo runner showing an uncommon struggle, which is on the backswing, your feet hit the first part of the TikTok. Then this air mail where a lot of runs died. We'll be interested to see what strategies our females impose. We saw this is the more traditional strategy where you hop off the second one to it. But we did see a majority of our preteen males get to the second one and then dislatch the first one behind them and latch it onto the one in front of them to advance. And then these dragon wings, all about momentum, trying to get from one to the other. Done successfully. And then this pipe coaster. Now he's going to have to go back. Might have to get that running start, which we've seen. Looks not to. Wraps on, slides forward, and slaps the buzzer. There have been a little bit of some adjustments made to this course, as you mentioned, Colin.
one such is that they also lowered the trapeze bar after the TikTok, which means that the jump to the trapeze bar is easier, but there is also now an increased risk of hitting the TikTok in your backswing, which we may see some people struggling with.
Could cause some issues. The time limit will be the same, 2 minutes and 30 seconds, if I am not mistaken. As we get ready shortly. Just to show you our Friday schedule. We're here in the preteen female division, which I am like 90% sure is doing all 3 stages today. I don't know if that's a mistype. You can see preteen female both in stage 1 and stage 2 and 3. So it could be a very intensive day for these competitors. This looks like our first competitors getting ready. It is S and Pooh. I'm not sure. From Dacula, Georgia. It looks like we're going to be straight into it. So this early ascending step, then the seesaw to act as our first run. Now, interesting to see what strategies the females use on the flywheels. We saw a good majority of the males using statics to get through. There we go. First successful dismount, but you can see her feet almost clipping the first part of the TikTok. Now this is lily pad, which can end runs, and does right there. It goes a little too quickly through the lily pads. Looks like she'll be told to stop right there.
Still a very technical course, being stage 2 and more focused on tech than anything else.
Now, Colin, what strategy do you think this division will use through those flywheels more often than not? Will it be the statics, or will it be what we just saw there?
It does depend largely on the height of the athlete, how reachable the static is, but I think we'll see a lot of statics.
So we now have Charlotte Eves from Power Park Core, Pennsylvania native. Let's see what strategy on the flywheels. More traditional statics through. Into TikTok, making great time thus far. And to build all the momentum. It just falls a bit short. Tough landing there. You can see the tough nature of the TikTok.
Up next, we have Evelyn out of Urban Playground in Harrisburg, PA, being currently coached by John Pine.
Any relation there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's my dad.
Yeah.
He's probably going to be commentating later, actually.
Yeah. Funny enough, we have, what's it called? Yeah, I think you have her mom, your mom, as the coach listed.
Yeah.
Not her mom, but here's Sanders' run.
Making good pace so far.
Doing great work of the flywheels now on this very tough TikTok obstacle. A lot of momentum being built.
But launches to the trapeze bar successfully, moving on to the balance.
Sanders taking a much more careful approach after seeing the fault of Addison's runs earlier. Gets through it safely. Now, first time we're going to see the airmail in this division. Interesting to see what the strategy will be used. Slides through. Let's see. The grab ahead. Now, will it be the dismount strategy? Looks like that is the goal. Struggling to get it off. And can now one arm there. Great arm strength there from Sanders.
Makes the move that will now for sure be the meta for the rest of these athletes to follow.
I'd be shocked if some studying was done during the preteen male division on this course. Now working through these dragon wings very effectively.
Just got to be careful of that dismount, because if you don't have your momentum in just the right way, you could fail the dismount, which is not a way anybody wants to go out.
35 seconds left.
Don't panic. We got time. We're getting this obstacle, okay? There. And then trust.
Struggling here on this third and final dragon wing.
Dubbing that swing on that dragon wing is very difficult, as it does spin on its own.
Looks like that will be the end of the run. Good enough to take a preliminary first place. Still, run to be proud of. Now it will be Nevaeh Nash from Travelers Rest, South Carolina. Tiptoes through the first two.
We see the static again on the flywheels. And onto the TikTok. As I was talking about in the preteen male division, the TikTok is a mentally difficult obstacle more so than physically, where if you haven't done it before, it's very awkward to make it work.
Awkward. It's a big leap of faith to jump off a swinging platform onto a very thin bar. A lot of momentum being built. Back towards, now turns. Will go to the side for the dismount. Jumps for it, just can't time the leap, and that will end the run. We have Malia Lumpy. Or Lumpy. We have Empire Ninja calls White Plains, New York home. Looks through the first part of the course, now into the flywheels. Here we get the statics, now onto the TikTok. He's ended a couple of runs thus far, and will definitely end more. Ooh, a huge leap of faith and takes a tumble into the padding. Our next runner will be Morgan Tucker from Los Angeles, California. And Tucker runs off. Easy does it through the first two. Now trying to work herself through the flywheel. Just could never get going. Loses the grip, and that will end the run quickly. Unfortunate there, but still a big smile on her face. Now Ruby Hughes. From right here in North Carolina. And off with a run.
Opts to not even go down on the seesaw, just jumps from the middle.
That's a lot of momentum on the first flywheel, then statics through the last two.
Onto the TikTok in solid pace.
Showing no signs of slowing down. Well, gets ready for the launch. And just barely short, kind of mistimes it, gets caught up. And that will end the run. Next up is Emma Meyer from Missouri City, Texas. As we get ready for Meyer's run, currently still in first is Sanders after she's been the only one to successfully get through the lily pads. Or my mistake, successfully through the airmail. The next furthest was just through the TikTok. It was our first one at Addison, where she faltered on the lily pads. Went too quickly, but currently Emma Meyer's run looking very good thus far. Now, this very hard TikTok obstacle. A lot of momentum, looking for the jump off now. And just couldn't get the right jump, and that will end the run. Now with Isabella Sales from Femdale, Washington.
It's a long way.
She gets ready to compete here in the heart of North Carolina, Greensboro. Now, Colin, what issues are you seeing currently with kind of that TikTok obstacle thus far for this division?
It's definitely more mentally scary than physically scary in the sense that you have to jump and most of the time, like, turn yourself in the air to catch a bar that is really far away.
Here's Zale's run. Quickly attacking the flywheels. Next to hop over to the second, then Sadek's the third. Stumbles on the landing, but able to recover.
Ups to stay on the back side of the TikTok, which is something we haven't really seen yet. Moves over to the side to spot the jump. And catches it.
Beautiful work there from Zales. Now quickly into the lily pads. No issue. Our second competitor to take their chance on the airmail.
Making efficient work of it, already to the point of taking off the back one.
Looks like they'll bring them closer and goes for the first one. First time we've seen this in the division, but now really struggling to get the hook, but able to then. A minute 30. Now a minute 25 to work through the rest of this course. The Dragon Wing, we've seen no one get through it thus far. But Zales primed to be the first. On to the third. We saw Sanders get stranded here, but not Zales. Uses the momentum correctly. First one to go to the pipe coaster. Does not nearly have the momentum enough. Will probably elect to go back. You can see her trying to muscle herself. Now with less than a minute to work with, she has time to reset.
Platform is really far away though, so.
And that will be it. Much harder for these female competitors to go back to the platform, not having the same height as their male counterparts yet, which just makes it that ever much harder to retreat back.
Still a good run though that will put her into first place at the moment.
You can see that leap off of the zigzag. Beautiful work. Now Emma Olak from Carolina Ninja Academy. From Midland, North Carolina. She gets set, and we're off.
Making efficient work of these first couple obstacles. Already moving on to the TikTok.
No fear, 3 seconds ahead of Zales' run already. Now trying to find the wherewithal to go for this jump. Looking back. Still hasn't made the full transition to the side now. I'd like to go to the left side. Was thinking about maybe the right. Struggling with moving around the pole while swinging. Now on the left. Has to go now or the momentum will be lost. She will then, but just too much waiting and not enough momentum. From Columbus, Ohio, Esme Newton-Paulus.
Training at M-Lab.
Seems to have a large contingent of fans. Every decently loud cheer when she steps up. Timer will count down. And we're off. Tips toes through. Stablemates in the crowd cheering her on. Statics through perfectly. Now directly into the TikTok, having to build momentum. She looks primed to go for the leap and gets it. Perfect form there from Esme. Now gets down into the lily pads. Will she be our first full clear on this course. Taking the time efficiently through the lily pads. Now having to build the momentum to get to the other side. Able to grab on.
Reaches for the reverse grab in order to make this next transition easier.
Grabs on. Well, looks like she will be going for the dislatch to latch it onto the other one. Great strength, just barely there and able to get it. Fully transitions to the third and final, and will sling forward. Now on the Dragon Wing. Full spin around, she's going to have to reset. That's the correct move. Now in between 1 and 2.
Builds her momentum very carefully to spot this next move, and she gets it now. She's seen an athlete mess this up before, so she's got to watch the momentum to get off of this Dragon Wing.
Able to reset herself on 2 and 3. Putting a lot of momentum to go for that immediate dismount.
If you don't dismount immediately, then there is a struggle to get off of it.
You can see it happening right now. 35. Still more than enough time to get through the slider. Just are getting struggled here, going maybe the incorrect direction. She's got to go now. 20 seconds, trying to time it right. She's right there. Make it now 15. This looks like where this run might end. She's got to go now. The lights start to flash. She's less than 10. Not really making any attempt to go. Looks like this is where the run will be stranded. Well, then she got it, but just too little, too late. I think she had it much more, just couldn't trust herself to go for it. Still a phenomenal run. Our next runner is Bridget Town from Chelmsford, Massachusetts. Vault through now, jumping. Trying to hop forward, grabbing on. Very efficient through the flywheels. Building pace quickly into the tick-tock. Twists around to the back, or I should say the front.
Opts to do the double squat method to build momentum faster than most.
Quickly onto the side. Has to go now, and will. Great dismount into the trapeze bar and flies forward. Now on the balls of her foot through the lily pads.
Chalks up before the hangmail.
Nearly there. Now in between the first and second bar. Dislatches the first. Can she latch on? Yeah, she can. Now with 1:25, she's got to dismount perfectly. Doesn't even take the second hand onto it. Now already between 1 and 2. Now 2 and 3, not spending much time. We've seen this dismount have a lot of trouble, and we're going to not see it this time. Dismounts perfectly. 1 minute. And enough momentum to get through. Yes, now she'll swing forward. Is this the first full clear? Yes, it is. Bridget Town becomes our first full clear with 1:29 time. Now our next runner is Sloan Dabbills.
Out of Westerville, Ohio. Moving on to the flywheels already. Takes an extra swing to ensure it's there. And is on to the third.
Tremendous pace through the first three. Now onto this TikTok. Only 4 runners. Only 4 runners thus far have gone past. And Sloan will be one of them. Now vaults through a minute 45 to work with. Tiptoes through, takes a small pause, and gets through. Now a minute 35 to work on these final 3. Likes to not take the chalk. We're going to go straight for it. Now already onto the first one. Slides beautifully. Backwards momentum might cause some issues. Now we'll have to dismount. Oh, looks to go for the straight on approach. That doesn't work. Makes it a bit awkward, but able to recover.
Makes the dismount onto the dragon wings.
Phenomenal work now. Takes a little time to reset. We'll go the left way, and that's the way that works for Sloan. Now we'll have to vault to the right. Grabs on now between 2 and 3. We'll have to catapult herself using the momentum to go straight into the dismount, and it does work. 45 seconds. Will we have back-to-back full clears?
For a run up into the slider, but the momentum isn't enough to carry straight to the end, so she has to make moves to get it there. And as always, building swing on this obstacle is incredibly difficult.
This could be a tough situation. A poor entry can kill a run early. Fighting backwards, 20 seconds to work with. Does she have the length to get back? She's going to have to fling herself back if she wants to even have a chance. 10 seconds. The lights are going to flash, but she'll go down. And you can see that poor entry that causes some issues, but still, wonderful run from Sloan. Our next runner, Dakota Freeman from Rochester, New York.
Onto the flywheels. Opts to make a static approach. And makes quick moves to the third one, moving herself onto the TikTok.
Safe entry will go to the front to try to build momentum.
Building momentum is essential to make sure that the dismount is there.
Now we'll have to move to the side. Getting ready to launch. Gotta go now. His doubts start to creep in the mind of Freeman. We've seen it happen sometimes. As you mentioned, Colin, very mentally challenging obstacle. She's so close, she just hasn't found the wherewithal to go for it. Almost there, wants to go for it. Trying to position her hand to launch. Just hasn't found it yet. Needs to go now. 1:10, time ticking away. The momentum dying quickly. We'll now have to rebuild momentum. She realizes that.
Full minute left.
It's now the opportunity. It has to be.
Psyching herself up.
She's trying so many different hand positions on that pole. Whatever feels comfortable. She can't find it. She needs to go now. 35. Just barely slipping off and takes a rough fall. I think she clips. That could be bad. I think she clipped her head on the way down. Like clips her nose, so we're going to have a small break here. But she will be okay. Very mentally challenging.
And just another reminder to
Still a run to be proud of for Dakota Freeman through the early half. Our next runner now is Gabriella Coughlin from Reading, Connecticut. Here's Coughlin's run. Quickly through 1 and 2. Now trying to fly through the flywheels. Able to, making tremendous pace. Only a second off our current leader, Bridget Town.
Starts eyeing up the dismount and launches for it and catches it. Moving her onto the balance.
Phenomenal work for Coughlin thus far. Already through the first.
Opts to switch grip on the first to make this transition to the next slightly easier.
Now dismounts on the first, can mount to the one in front.
It is clear of the obstacle and moves on to the Dragon Wings. Opts to get chalk because that is a way to make any problems with your hands just go away.
Trying to build momentum. Able to. Now between 2 and 3. Phenomenal work for Coughlin. Now minute 5. Jumps into it. It just barely doesn't have enough momentum. Now she's got to fight back. It does very efficiently. Has the length to go back safely. Now between 1 and 2. Vaulting in. Now she's got to go back again. It's very hard to get forward momentum. Now struggling, 35 seconds. We've seen runs die.
Seems to be trying to potentially reach back to the previous bar, but
deep breath. Versus the grip to fight back. 15 seconds. Time not on her side. What's the idea? She's going to try to use backwards swing. Maybe go to her backwards. But no, will mount down. Gets struggled there. But still, great run for third place. Now Juliana Senguerera. Guerrera.
Waiting for the countdown.
From Mahwah, New Jersey.
And is off onto the flywheels already. Opts to go for the static approach and gets right onto the third. Takes an extra swing to ensure the dismount is right and gets onto the TikTok.
Building a lot of momentum quickly. And all that she can need to get through. Now it's just all about leaping. And does. Great timing on it. It is through with a little less than 2 minutes.
Onto the hangmail. More than likely about to attempt one of the strategies we've seen so far, as they have become the meta for this course.
Almost there. Now in between. Dismounts the first one and is able to latch on. 1:25 to work with to get through the final 2. Will Juliana be our second full clear? Struggling to mount onto that second one. These Dragon Wings can be very tough. Still electing to go this way. Is a little bit short. Maybe we'll go to try the other way.
Takes a second to breathe and think
Think-
it through.
I think the coach was talking to the referee about something. Just really struggling to find what works. Almost dangling. This cannot get to that second one. And now it goes the other way, and it works. Nope, can't find it. Now spinning very violently. The timing gets really rough.
That might put it in a more favorable position.
It does. Now with 20 seconds to work with, grabs onto the third one immediately. There's a lot of momentum, swings forward, 15 seconds, she's got to fly. And she will, flies forward, just does not get the momentum necessary. Whoa.
So we've seen this, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Four-
tough to recover place to be. Still a
Forced-
solid run.
Forced to drop down and will slot into 5th place.
Seems as though one of the Dragon Wings was not reset properly. But the coach had her complete the obstacle anyway because the best run counts if you get a rerun. Therefore, it's smart to just do whatever you can to get more points so you have more insurance for future runs. But anyway, up next we have Harper out of... sorry, I can't read the thing. East Taunton, Massachusetts.
Here's Costello's run quickly through the first 3. Now building a ton of momentum on the TikTok. Nearly there, we'll find it.
Making good efficiency through this course so far.
7/10 off our leader.
Takes a controlled approach through the balance to make sure it's there. And is onto the hangmail. The hangmail isn't especially difficult with the newer strategy, but it does drain energy and endurance.
Minute 35 to work with as Costello trying to dismount the one behind. Has 1 latch, now 2. Now forced to get it on and does very efficiently. So, trying to build some swing now to vault forward and does. Now, minute 25 on these Dragon Wings. We've just seen a run get stranded. Well, Costello's very efficient through 2 and 3. And immediately dismounts. 1:08 to work with. Do we have a new full clear? Beautiful the first. But just slides off right before. Unfortunate. Too much momentum, and the grip strength fails to end the run.
Still a good enough run to put her into 3rd place at the moment.
Now our next runner, Anya Verada. We are still waiting to get everything reset. One of the Austin Ninjas from Leander, Texas. Quickly through the first 2. Well, now static. Very nicely. Through the flywheels. Has to get a little bit of momentum for the dismount and finds it.
Onto the TikTok.
It's a running start. Straight into the momentum. Great transition. We now have to transition over to the right of it, or maybe the left. We'll see what side she wants to pick. It's the left. She's got to go. We'll have to retransition to build a little bit more momentum. Coaching comes over. Now goes and gets it. Finds the trust and wherewithal. Phenomenal stuff there from Verada. Now, tiptoes through the lily pads. They look easy, but can cost you if you don't take them serious. Now directly into the first. Great work thus far. Now try to dismount. Does it on the first time of asking. And is able to latch on. Now with a minute to work with, she's able to dismount in time. Swings forward and gets down. 50 seconds to work with.
Onto the Dragon Wings, which have proved to be basically the crux of this course other than the TikTok.
Now building momentum to transition nicely into the third, and does. 40 seconds. Momentum quickly. Transitions now looking behind. Able to grab onto the second one to recenter. Now what's the move made? And just a little too much. Can she get on the second time of round? She can. Holds herself through, but that will end the run. Because I'm assuming you are not allowed to do that.
The ref ruled that her using the truss was considered an advantage and therefore not allowed.
Now, Nora Granis from Camulus, New York. Of the gets ready. Quickly through 1 and 2. Now immediately vaulting into the flywheels. Able to find the wingspan to static through. Now quickly transitions to the front of the TikTok.
Builds momentum to make sure it's there.
Your award ceremony is beginning soon at 12:25. So you have just under 10 minutes to make your way to the awards podium. That is for
Vaults through. Beautiful work. Gets down. Now carefully maneuver around the lily pads. Get some chalk before attacking the airmail obstacle. Able to get to fully first on the first bar. Now has to struggle with the transition to the second, but does it cleanly. Just barely away from latching, has to get a little bit more and can. And now with a minute left. Flies forward into safety. Takes a deep breath.
Ups to chalk up before these Dragon Wings to make sure that the swing is set right. And is onto the harder part of this obstacle, going from the third to the platform. You have to build your momentum in such a specific way.
Now,
Just wasn't quite there.
now in this limbo position, trying to retreat back to the second so she'll have a little bit more stability, not just swinging around. It's very hard to control your swing when you're just kind of stranded, but time running down. 6-5. This might be the end of Nora's run. Very good. Just struggles on this Dragon Wing. Our next runner will be Fallon Hancock. From an hour and a half away, east in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Resetters taking extra care to make sure that Dragon Wing is reset.
The town of Raleigh Currently the home of the now new Stanley Cup champions, the Carolina Hurricanes.
So if anyone is in need of a video review, please get those in now. That is for team males and females. Tier
And she'll
2
get the
at
countdown.
DC Tall. Get those video reviews submitted now.
Now quickly through the first two. Built tons of momentum in the first flywheel. Controls herself. Oh, almost gets caught up on the swing back, but recovers.
And is onto the TikTok. Building momentum to make sure it's there. And just jumps a little too up and not outward, so it's hard to get the momentum to get to the trapeze bar.
Great job, though, by Hancock. Now, Mira Kudesa from Auburndale, Massachusetts.
Off onto the first two obstacles and already clear of them onto the flywheels. Takes an extra swing to ensure the reach is there, and it is. Reaches immediately to the third one and dismounts to the TikTok.
Now try to work through this very tough obstacle. Almost there. Will now have to position herself on the side for the dismount.
She's considering it, and she's got it.
Great job there. Will now build some swing to safely get down. 1:50 to work with. Through the lily pads. Able to balance through. Now gets up on the podium to attack this airmail. Already onto the first. Now able to grab the first, trying to move it across, able to.
Onto these dragon wings. Gets the reach to the second one and is now to the third one. And just chains it right off to the dismount.
Great work there from Mira. Will we have our second full clear? Builds the momentum necessary, gets down, but just falls back. The momentum and body weight carries her the wrong direction a tad early. And that ends what was a phenomenal run. Still, phenomenal work. Now Piper Smith, the next runner, as we only have 9 more runners in this heat before we go to heat number 2, which will be our final one on stage number 2.
First runners will be going in approximately 30 minutes for the young adult male and female tier 2 divisions at DC Tall.
As we will be off. Blasting through the first 2. Quickly flies through the flywheels.
Is onto the TikTok. Builds momentum on both sides to build it twice as fast and is already off. Takes an extra swing to confirm the dismount and is onto the balance. This puts her at the fastest pace so far to this obstacle.
3/10 now, 9/10 ahead of our current leader. Now, one of the more challenging, the airmail. Smith making great work of it thus far. Transitions now in between. Can she dislatch and transition to the third hook? She can. Now swinging back and forth. And we'll get down. So 1:25 to work with on the Dragon Wing and the pipe coaster. Making the Dragon Wing look easy. Can she transition? Yes, she can. Gets down safely.
already reaches to the second pipe slider and is not quite there for the dismount.
We've seen this dismount cause a lot of issues for some phenomenal runs. She's in second place already. All she needs to do is just finish.
Really is a dismount you got to try and hit immediately.
Huge swinging, trying to build momentum backwards. Almost there now, 30 seconds, just stranded. Now just trying to build any sort of momentum. Hands are
Shakes
starting
out the hands so she can hang longer. Gets blood flow back into the circulation.
Lights flash. Now 5 seconds. She's got to go now. Just drops down, hits the buzzer, but ends the run. She'll take second place on what is a phenomenal run. Just that pipe coaster is just so hard. Now Rowan Murphy from Valerico, Florida.
Can I take this one?
And the Jubilee Ninja Fit Gym. Rough.
It's already onto the TikTok at great pace. Also seems to opt to do the double method to get swing twice as fast.
Has tons of it now.
Spots the dismount.
Able to. Now going through the lily pads.
There you go. Stay in the center. Stay in
After
the
the
center.
successful TikTok go through, now with a minute 45. 3 obstacles away from a full clear.
Accidentally pushes out the hangnail, putting herself in a very difficult situation.
Now I think she's going to have to
She's going to have to lachey to a diagonally placed slot.
a tough feat on its own. The entire course is now shaking. It's the first time I've seen that. The entire course is still shaking.
Oh, it's been doing that for a bit.
I've just not noticed.
Yeah, there's a lot of athletes that have been shaking the entire course.
Now, Rosalind Tomasco from Hummelstown, Pennsylvania, out of the Dexterity Gym. Sorry, the Dexterity Depot.
Got to get it right.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll get something about that. And we are off.
Onto the flywheels already. Takes an extra swing to confirm it's there. And Static's the last move to get right off to the TikTok.
Now we'll have to build the necessary momentum.
Opts to use the single-sided approach.
Goes for it now and gets it.
Managed to get it while going like on the backswing of the TikTok. That's impressive.
Timing is off, but no matter. So now working through the airmail. 1 to 2. Has to now transition and move the bar from behind in front. Gets in between. Now moving from behind. Bar in her hand is now in front. A minute 20 to work with. He does get down. Now the Dragon Wings. Fully rotates. Able to grab on, 1:05.
The swing wasn't set quite right. Just thinking about going back to the first one.
Smartly does to slow herself down. We've seen how hard it is. And you have nowhere else to go in these Dragon Wings. You start spinning around aimlessly, trying to build the momentum necessary to dismount off the third one on the first time of asking to go down safely. Unable to. Now back towards the safety platform. Resets onto the second. Still building momentum. Can she get it this time? Had it, but drops down. And that will end the run there. Good enough for 9th place. Now Lycan Wright from Liberty, Missouri. Get ready. Here is Wright's run. Still only one full clear, and it was Bridget Town earlier on in the heat.
Makes the static to the second and third.
Uses her
onto the TikTok.
Uses her foot to bring it closer.
Interesting method that allows her to build momentum from the start.
Now, very interesting approach to the TikTok. Does it work out? It does. Builds the momentum from behind, then transitions all the way to the front. And it works out. Now onto the lily pads, 1:50. It will drop down on these lily pads. We've seen that issue happen a couple times to really test the balance.
And that brings us to our final 5 athletes of this first wave.
Now Dia from Hopkins, Massachusetts.
Onto the flywheels. Statics, both of them. Good efficiency. Onto the TikTok.
Now squatting down to build momentum.
Doing big builds in the front and micro adjustments on the backswing to maximize momentum gain. And launches and catches it. Slightly catches up her swing on the TikTok and opts to have a more straddled swing to avoid it.
Now safely through the lily pads. Onto the back half of the course. Little transitions to the first. Grabs on. Now can she go from 2 to 3? Almost. Trying to get in front of her, and she can. To fly forward, and does.
Onto the dragon wings of doom and despair.
Apropos name, because it has been very hard. So many runs stranded here. And even once you get through this, you have to go through the pipe coaster, which only one person has successfully gone through. Will slip off on the wrong side, and that will end the run in 11th place. Our next runner out of the Dexterity Depot is Indy Brigman. On her bio card, it says she's 31 feet, 1 inches. I doubt she is that tall, but it's kind of as a mistake. From Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. Sasha's through now. We'll now have to go through.
Onto the TikTok.
My mistake. Just got distracted because some kid slapped the buzzer and didn't work. Almost ended his run. He now, great transition off the TikTok to the trapeze bar. Now steadily going through the lily pads. Safely through.
Onto the hangmail.
Now having to move the one behind. Has it in her hand. And now has it where she needs it to go. 120 remain as she moves through the newly named Dragon Wings of Doom and Despair.
Builds the swing and makes it to the third.
Making them look very easy is Brigman. Full rotation around the third, and once again, she's going to have to retreat back. Build the correct swing. 50 seconds remain. Can she transition off? She can. Now 40 seconds to work on the pipe coaster. Only one person's gotten through. The momentum not where she needs to go. Quickly retreats. Can she get back? That's the issue. And she can. So 25 seconds. Still, once again, not the momentum she needs. 20 seconds. We see another great run fizzle out here. 15, 14. She's got to go back, get all the running start. 10 seconds. One time. Gets it. And just barely doesn't have the reach. Great attempt, though, from Brigman. Now we are down to our final three runners and heat number one, the preteen female division. Kate Fiked from Hillard, Ohio. Jumps into the first flywheel.
Statics to the second and then the third. Moves on to the TikTok.
Trying to build momentum. Doing all she can and finds it. 1:50. Gets down. Now we'll move through the lily pads. And will fall off. Another one claim into the lily pads just can catch you off guard at times. Now Avery Snyder.
And she's off.
From Sunbury, Pennsylvania.
Statics through the flywheels and makes it to the TikTok.
Trying to build the momentum necessary. Has a ton of it. Now just has to reposition herself for the launch. Has it and barely grits it. Great job there. Now with 1:50, tiptoeing, safely retreats. Now we'll go at it again. Much easier this time. Smart to get back into safety. Now 1:40. Still only one full clear out of 25, or sorry, my mistake, 23 runners at this moment. Snyder looking to become the second. 1:20 to work with in between two hangnails on the airmail obstacle. Tries to transition. Elects to use the one in front. Looks like that will work. Now it has to build momentum. 1:05 to work through the Dragon Wings.
Takes a second to set her swing to get to the second one. Has to build the swing to go around to the third. Then the hardest part, building the swing to get to the dismount.
And just fully, it's really imperative that you get it on the first time of asking. Now, spinning around aimlessly, and I don't know if that second Dragon Wing's in a position where she can grab it.
Oh, it is.
Just got the edge of it. Now we'll swing around. 30 seconds. That time gets it. 25 seconds. Large running start. Has the momentum. Just barely slides. Away now.
Coach tells her to go back to the platform.
Has to retreat. 15.
Tells her to get a running start and put power into this.
Final time of asking. Able to, no, just fingertips away. She knows it's over right there. Too little time remaining. Just barely. Still a phenomenal run from Snyder as we are down to our final runner. It is Evie Lip from Greensboro, North Carolina. So, hometown right here where the Season 11 World Championships are taking place. From the Level Up Gym in Thomasville. Quickly vaults through. Go down, now up. Our final runner of heat number 1. We'll have heat number 2 coming right up, but Lip is all the focus right now. Building momentum quickly. Can and will she be the second full clear of heat number 1 in this preteen female division? Doing a ton of momentum right now.
Spots the jump.
Gotta go for it now.
Positions herself to go for it.
And gets it. Now working through the lily pads.
Is onto the air now. Coach giving instructions on how best to go about it.
Still trying to grab that first one.
Is a big reach.
And falls right before. And that will end the run right there. So that will wrap up heat number 1. We still have one more heat of preteen female athletes. Only one full clear in this stage, and that was Bridget Town. We're at a time of 1:29. The rest of it filled out with people who failed on the double slider. Only 9 people were able to reach it that far. The rest fell to the Dragon Wings of Doom and Despair. So we'll have a quick intermission as we move from Heat 1 to Heat 2. We'll have a 15-minute break. So we'll see you right back after 15 minutes for Heat number 2 of the preteen female division. Welcome back here to the Greensboro Coliseum for heat number 2 of this preteen women's division. My name is Lucas Harrison, joined here with Colin Pine, as we are already up and going. It's Alana Mitchell from Georgetown, Texas. Slowly working through the first 2. Now, able to get through the flywheels. Now building momentum.
Preteen Female Tier 2 division at stage 2 tall. First runners will be going in just a moment. That is
Almost.
female.
Now we'll rotate to the side for the launch. 1:45 to work with. And just fingertips away, and the first run of heat number 1 will end on the very tough TikTok.
All right, I'm back.
Where'd you go?
To eat more Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, I love to see it. He's gone through 8 bags. That's not a joke. I wish it was. Our next runner is Nalasha. And we are off from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania.
Also training at Dexterity Depot.
Yes, and in her bio, it says she is a senior black belt in karate.
Dang.
I'm scared.
Flying through the early parts of this course.
We're going through, building momentum. Has all the momentum she needs, just needs to rotate and jump. And can. Beautiful mountain, and now we'll go into the lily pads. Composes herself. Great balance. And is through. Now in this division, we will have 15 runners.
Should be a decently fast wave because everybody here has qualified for this wave versus the first wave based off of placement in previous stages.
Only 1 full clear through 1 heat and 1 runner.
I bet we'll see at least 2 more.
Oh, crap. Sorry, I just looked at my thumb and it's bleeding. Let's not worry about that right now.
Commentating.
Yeah, you guys got to talk about everything as she's currently trying to get through the
Airmail making the transition of that one to there and prepping to dismount.
And now 45 seconds to work with on the Dragon Wings of Doom and Despair. Only 9 runners were able to complete the Dragon Wings out of the 25 who went in the previous heat.
And now the harder part of this obstacle, setting your swing so you can dismount. Her coach telling her how to go about doing that.
Trying her best, trying to build as much momentum as she can to quickly transition. And we'll get down safely, but now, running start. She's got to go now. 5, 4, quickly through. 3, has the hand. 2, can she build it quick enough? Gets down, slaps the buzzer in time!
How much was left?
By less than 0.2 of a second.
0.16 seconds left on the clock.
Qualifies on the full clear. Phenomenal timing. And we see our second full clear by only less than 0.2 of a second. Tremendous effort. She had to go now, and she did. And she will slot herself into second place. Now, Kira McLean from the Midwest Warrior Academy, hometown of Omaha, Nebraska. Will we see back-to-back full clears for the first time in this division? Making quick work of the course thus far.
Already onto the TikTok. Goes for the double building strategy to get momentum twice as fast.
Attention all coaches and athletes competing in
Transitions to the side for the dismount. And can.
your check-ins are open.
He's off onto the balance.
All lead. First runner
We
will
do
be going
commonly
from
see a slow and controlled approach through this balance just to not waste energy or effort or make any mistakes.
We have seen a couple of mistakes made on those lily pads, but none made here by McLean.
the kids male tier 2 division. If you have not checked in at stage 2
Now,
small,
working through.
first runner will be going
Now, in between the two hangnails, can she dislodge the first? Got caught up there for a second. She'll actually lodge. Maybe think about lodging it to the second. Elects not to do that, just goes in front. That works a bit better.
Onto the Dragon Wings. She already is at the second one, sets her swing to go right here for the third, and is prepping to dismount already. Slightly
Quickly through. Is now down. We've seen many a runs end here, though. Vaults forward. Able to grab onto the second. Is it back-to-back full clears? Yes, it is. Just barely on the edge of the platform and is down into safety. She will take second place. Level ramping up here in heat number 2.
Up next, we have Corin out of something, Iowa.
Marion, Iowa.
Marion, Iowa.
Age 11 out of Ninja U.
Flying through the first two obstacles.
Oh, just slips off and takes a rough fall. Shocked. That is really rough to see. She was by far the quickest through the first two and just takes a rough tumble. Now Tessa Newby, who's also now flying through, is from Kingsborough, Massachusetts. She is Ninja Elite Level 3, which I'm assuming is good. Colin gave me the nod of approval, so it's good.
It's like bronze, silver, gold, pro, or no, that,
Then pro.
then pro, then like champion, then like grand champion or something.
Jesus. I didn't know there was a whole video game rank system to this. Just grind elo, just play ranked every night. Is that how it works? As newbies working through the scores very quickly. A minute 40 to work with. We'll now go in between 1 and 2, trying to pull the last one behind. In front is able to. Minute 30. Now we'll have to dismount into the final 2.
Onto the Dragon Wings. Makes the move to the second one. And is now holding on to the third one, prepping the swing for the dismount, and gets it.
Now, will we see 3 straight qualifications on the full, well, 3 out of 4 qualifications, falls forward and hits the buzzer. It's first place for Tessa Newby. A minute 19, knocking 10 seconds off the top time. Now as we get ready for our next runner will be Emma Grant from Auburn, New Hampshire. She's been doing Ninja for a while now. Started in 2019. Timer ticks down as we get ready to go. Only 10 runners left in this division.
Ups to do the statics through the flywheels. And is onto the TikTok.
Immediately gaining momentum quickly. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to work with. Having a ton of momentum and is able to leap forward into the trapeze bar.
Slow down, breathe.
Now Grant
Good steps in the middle.
wants to tiptoe around. We'll take it slowly, making sure no easy mistakes are made. Gets through safety. A minute 50 now to work with. 7 seconds off the pace of the newly crowned number 1, Tessa Newby. Now between 1 and 2, transitions behind, nearly gets it and is able to. Grant, the New Hampshire native. Her favorite obstacle type is generating swing. And there's a lot of swing in these last 2. Swings from 2 to 3, grabs on. Can she get the immediate dismount into safety? That she can.
Puts her onto the pipe coaster. The most important point of this entire course.
Flies through the first. Now gaining the momentum to swing through. Gets down and will nearly just truck the buzzer away, but gets it. Will be safe. She'll take number 2, finishing just barely a second above Bridget Town. Will slot into the middle of the podium. Now Carly LaBelle from Monroe, North Carolina.
Isn't first the middle of the podium?
No. Well, I mean, the actual podium, yes, but like position-wise. Well, some podiums, they go that way.
Do they actually?
Yeah, the Olympic ones do, I thought.
I actually didn't know that.
The Olympic ones go that way. Less on podium shapes and more on ninjaing, as Carly LaBelle is flying. I know the podium here goes from boom, boom. There's like that triangle thing.
Anyway, on to the TikTok.
Trying to gain momentum now.
Goes to the side to prep the jump. Thinking about it. Coach telling her what to do.
Hooks the arm and leaps and just fingertips away. And will hit the mat. Now, Amelia Brunel from Pelham, New Hampshire. Her favorite obstacles are sky hooks, batarang, and flying bar. And her favorite movie is Hunger Games.
It's a solid movie.
And she also says she can solve a Rubik's Cube in under a minute.
That's actually really impressive.
I want to see that now.
Especially considering I can't do it at all.
I don't think I've tried to solve a Rubik's Cube in years.
Already onto the TikTok, making great pace.
Phenomenal pace for Brunel. Putting all the momentum she needs for the launch. And is able to get to it on the trapeze bar and will launch forward. Less than 2 minutes to work with. Going through the back half of this course, through the lily pads.
Take some chalk to make sure that the airmail is as doable as possible.
Now already on the first hangnail, slides herself towards the second. In between, able to dismount. Can she safely mount it onto the next? Yes, she can. A minute 30.
Moves on to the dragon wings.
Now 1 to 2, 2 to 3. Can she get the immediate dismount for a very quick? And yes, she can. Very pacey through, and that's not the entry you need to work on this pipe coaster. Forced to retreat. But can she work herself all the way back, having to readjust her grip and positioning to retreat? Now exactly a minute, make it less than. She's struggling. She's just got to fling herself back, tiptoes down. Backs up, 50 seconds to work with. Now she'll fly. Much better attempt.
Builds the swing to get this dismount.
Gets down and qualifies. Great perseverance from Brunel. allows that initial mistake to not cause any issues and qualifies in 5th position. Now we've seen a good amount of full clears, more than exceeding what we saw in the first heat. We are down to our back 6 runners.
I
As
mean, you could say like 6 or 7 because you're not counting her.
Preteen Female, tier 1 competitors at stage 1, tall B.
Anyway, Anna out of New England. Dude.
don't act like you didn't just do something.
Nah, that didn't happen.
Uh-huh. Yeah, now through the flywheels. Now on the TikTok. Quickly attacking it. A lot of... Able to go now through the trapeze bar. Flings herself forward. Now onto the lily pad.
All coaches and athletes in the young adult male and female tier 2 division.
2 minutes to work with, making phenomenal pace. 4 seconds ahead of time.
So if anyone is in need of a video review, please get that in
Goes
Now.
to move the hangnail to the next slot. The hooks on that.
Is able to, making tremendous pace. We might see our new first place. Moves through the 6th one, now on the 7th obstacle. 6 to 7, now looking to go to 8. On the pipe coaster, we'll have to retreat. Quickly has the... Now the running start. Flies forward, grabs now. Builds a swing. Immediately on, no! Just on the edge and barely can't get it. Was on pace to have a new leader. And just barely millimeters away.
Tough run. Also,
Unfortunate.
your 6-7 joke was too forced.
I didn't have one.
You did. You said she goes from 6 to 7.
That's just the course number. I didn't do a 6-7 joke. You're the one that made one. I didn't force anything. As we have our new runner, Brielle Gillette.
Of the lily pad, center. Good. Stay focused. Good. Run through it. Let's go! I love you, bro. I'll grab it up.
Gotta go for the launch. Trying to build the courage to do so.
Coach is coming up and telling her what to do. Been seeing that a lot on this obstacle.
She's trying to find that motivation, that get past that mental block. Time ticking away. Goes for it and gets it. Well, now trying to fling herself forward.
Just get the buzzer. You still have over a minute.
And on to the hangmail.
Ooh, pushes it away.
Minute left on the clock.
Now pushes away even further.
Can't really afford much more of a time loss, so she's got to get going.
I think she's just got to fling herself forward, adjust the grip. Able to pull it back.
But
Still,
lands back on the platform, so it's okay.
still into safety.
Focus becomes getting this point.
Flies forward. Time quickly ticking away. 20 seconds. She's going to have to get through the Dragon Wings at record pace if she wants to have an attempt to go full clear. Too much time. Stranded on the second. The lights are going to flash. The full rotation.
Doesn't quite set it right. Has to build swing, but also only has like a second.
That will end it. Just a little too much time spent on the TikTok. Will end the run. Our next runner is Karis Burnett out of Austin, Texas. And Burnett's off.
Makes it to the TikTok in good time. Starts setting up the momentum to get to the jump. Moves to the side. He's thinking about it. Trying to go right here.
Oh, a rough fall there for Burnett as she tries to go for it. It looks like Burnett is down after the fall. And we will have a short break as we look to rectify this issue. Welcome back here to the last back half of heat number 2. For those who we are watching, we had to go to a short intermission due to injury. We can report that she is A-OK. And we will be able to continue on with our regularly scheduled 3 more competitors. This time it's Kylie Grotro from Hudson, Iowa. Going very well through the flywheels, now working on the TikTok.
As we get to these last 3 athletes, we're probably going to see people.
Those right there, it just falls on the launch. Now it is we now have Leah Behrens, as she is Pro Ninja level 1, which I have learned is above elite and below champion. Not grand champion, though. A lot of... gotta stop.
It's a whole thing.
I gotta stop. I gotta stop. Here, Behrens flowing through now. Working on the flywheels. Grabs on. 2 to 3 with efficiency.
Already onto the TikTok, setting up the momentum to get the jump as fast as possible. She wants it right here. It's not quite there, so she's going now.
And then we get there now with 2 minutes to work with. She'll launch towards
Feet in the middle. Slow. Feet in the
the
middle.
lily pads.
Good, good. Perfect for here. Hop right up.
Now going through. Now going to work on the airmail. Minute 45 to work with as she slides towards. Able to grab it from behind and put it in front. Vaults forward. Now working on the dragon wings.
Of doom and despair.
In between 1 and 2, will slide forward. Able to grab onto the third just barely. Now we'll have to vault herself towards, does she get the immediate dismount? Yes, she does. Times it perfectly. A minute 15 right into the pipe coaster. Great momentum.
Builds the swing and sends it.
Gets it and slaps the buzzer. It's good for 3rd place. A minute 19. Now, the pressure is on Skyla Kelly, who is Pro Ninja level 2. A lot of rank grind. I gotta stop. What can she do? From Marlborough, Massachusetts, vaults forward. Now flying through the flywheels. I think the pressure is on her, if I'm not mistaken. She's still in contention for the World Championships, and her person in front of her just qualified, so she has to. I'd be safe to assume that. Now already making quick work of the course. She's got 2 minutes and 10 seconds. She tiptoes through the lily pads. Don't want to make a mistake here. Now moves to the back half of the course. In front, it was the toughest obstacle we've had so far. The airmail, able to get a reverse grip. Slides towards. Now grabs. In between, able to vault towards onto the other hook. Slides forward, a minute 40. Now working on the dragon wings. Able to go across. Grabs it the last time of asking. Now swings forward, a minute 30. She'll fly forward, already on it. Swinging forward into safety and slaps the buzzer. She takes 1st place. Skyla Kelly, with a time of 1 minute and 5 seconds, is in 1st by 6 seconds. And that will end our heat number 2 festivities. We might potentially have a video review rerun, so we'll come back in case of that. Okay. Okay, you just want to start flexing on everyone?
Nah.
No? Okay. as that will end our Heat 2 festivities, as I said. From Lucas Harrison and Colin Pine, we potentially might be back shortly, or this will end it. We will say goodbye and good afternoon. And welcome back. There's still a little bit of action to go. There will be a rerun pending after a video review due to a unset second Dragon Wing. We will have a rerun for Juliana Sanguerera. And we're off. Quickly through now onto the flywheel. Now we'll safely get through onto the TikTok. Flies forward, gets through. Had no real issues during this part of her run the previous time. Now tiptoe through the lily pads.
Nice, good.
Safely counterbalancing herself. Now on the airmail. Was able to successfully do this the last time of asking. Slips forward into safety. Lucky break there for Juliana. We'll get some chalk. Still with a minute 35 to work with. Takes her time. Now with a minute 30, she'll go after it. At first bar, a little bit further, trying to fling it towards herself. It just can't seem to get it to go. A minute 15. Time quickly wasting away. Just can't find the momentum to get to it. Somewhat stranded. We'll reset, go back up, and another go at it. Now, third time. Is it the charm? Still can't get it. Having to readjust her grip again. 45 seconds. Flies forward, and that will end the run. And that will end our festivities permanently. No more video reviews. So from everyone in the booth, my name is Lucas Harrison, joined here by Colin Pine. We'll see you next time.